You're still watching the City of Lagos TV show. Welcome to Tourism Lagos. And of course, our special guest is the Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Uzamat Akimbile Yusuf. She's going to be taking us through the journey on the Lagos State Tourism, Arts and Culture experience with the expectation as to how this ministry has been able to fall in line with the themes agenda of Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. So it's our pleasure to welcome you, Ma, on the program.
Nice having you.
It's a pleasure, Ma. So, Madam, 2021 has come and gone, but we are aware, with effective monitoring of your ministry, the giant strides you made in the year 2021, all in the bid to position the tourism, arts and culture sector in Lagos. We want you to share this significant achievement, one in the area of policies, projects, programs, and of course, other initiatives to position the tourism sector.
Thank you. Let me first and foremost appreciate Mr. Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu for his passion, love, and commitment to entertainment and tourism. The last E on the team's agenda is not just a word, it's a pivotal in which this administration actually sitting on. And Mr. Governor has been doing so much to ensure that each of these pillars are well announced. We're giving you the best of Lagos. That is our policy trust. Our duty as government is to ensure that tourism thrives in the state. And we've now positioned ourselves by telling the world that in Ministry of Tourism, what we are here to do is nothing but the best of Lagos. Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. With the year 2021, the first thing we're able to do is to ensure the commissioning of the Global Memorial Hall. And this is a hall with history. When you are talking about social activity in Lagos State, this is where it started. And this is the hall that has been able to put the like of Baba Salah to the stage, and so many of them in the old days, and still maintaining that heritage. It's a thing of pride to us in Lagos State. And I'm happy to say that I've been able to create job for so many people in that axis. As of today, more than 25 people is working permanent job in that place, because tourism is just an avenue to create job, to create wealth for people if it is properly harnessed. And we're trying to position Lagos as the 5th tourism destination in Africa. And we are strategic. The master plan has 6 strategic sectors. One of them is entertainment, arts, and culture. The second one is MICE, which is meeting, incentive, conferences, and exhibition. Heritage, we have our wellness and medicals. We have our adventures and parks. There are 6 major strategic sector that we put together in this master plan. If you have a master plan without the supportive policy framework to drive this master plan, you might not be able to go far. And with COVID-19, a lot of things have changed in the world. And what we are trying to do with our master plan is to ensure that we actually domesticate tourism in Lagos State. Many people are within a tourism site and they are not even aware, because of our cultural activities, the only places we gather together is for parties. That is our culture in Nigeria, and most especially in Lagos. So what we are now trying to do is to ensure that people within that locality develop interest in what we call tourism sites. And in doing this, we add training of our tour guides that will be able to take people and give them that experience to show you the best of Lagos in tourism. Lagos State has 5 divisions. We are all aware of Ibile acronyms. And the way we've put this is to ensure that each division has specific thing. And we have what we call tourism destination in Lagos. Where we are proposing to have our destination in Lagos is Onikan axis of the states. We have our Freedom Park, we have the Global Memorial, the ongoing John Randu Center for Yoruba History and Culture. We have the stadium, Bakantoni Stadium. We have the Multilayer Car Park. We have the National Museum. Then we have the Lord Lugard House, the former presidential villa. We have the Gaidu Goronje. We have the Palace of Oba of Eko. We have it in this area. So with all this, you can take your time, spend your 5-6 hours going from one point and experience it. We have Badagry, Epe, Ikorodu. We have Ikeja division. All these have their own different activities that we are promoting. But we ensure that we have the total package depending on what kind of experience you like to see. If you are looking at the nightlife, we talk about Lagos Island. If you want to think about the slavery that took place decades back, we talk about Badagry. So when you get into Badagry, there are places that you would like to visit. We have the trade market, point of no return, Badagry Museum. We have the Badagry Theatre, Berefu Island. We have places in Badagry that can take your time, that you will enjoy yourself. We have the water side that you can sit down, look at the nature, Marina Port, and relax. We have our cuisine that you can refresh with your fresh fish around the Badagry. So there are so many activities that each of these division is blessed with, and we've been able to harness it, and that is the kind of training we are giving to our tour guides.
Honorable Commissioner, in the year 2021, we experienced your very pragmatic approach. Events, seminars, workshops of all sorts, all in the bid to position the tourism, arts and culture sector in Lagos. Let's share that experience.
Let me just bring you back to this event that we did with stakeholders, when we call it the Best of Lagos. We are trying to be strategic about selling Lagos as tourism destination. And we have our video clip telling you everything about Lagos under 5 minutes. This was presented at that stakeholders meeting. And the stakeholders now agree that before we can actually sell Lagos, we need to know Lagos. So we propose to have a farm tour where the stakeholders, the government officials, go around the city to see by ourselves what we have, what we need to promote, what are the things we need to do better for the tourists to have the best of all experience that we're trying to sell. And by the special grace of God, this quarter, we're going to have that farm tour experience. Another thing we agreed at the event was that we need to position Lagos as a place for meetings, conferences. Few numbers that we have, we want to market it. Showcasing our site potentials, showcasing the kind of investments you can achieve if you come to Lagos, telling the world that we give them that kind of experience. After then, we now have a conference that we organize by ourselves, inviting these people to come and see how we're going to go about it when they want to have their own. So these are the things we've planned and we are trying to execute.
So, Honorable Commissioner, can you share with us the challenges of the ministry, and to what extent have you been able to collaborate with major stakeholders to position the tourism, arts and culture sector in Lagos?
Definitely, there will always be challenges, and as it comes, we try as much as possible to surmount it. But the one that is confronting us presently that we're looking into seriously is the issue around our laws that enable us to practice tourism, arts and culture in a way. It is not holistic. We need so much. But I've been discussing with the Ministry of Justice as well as the Chairman's Committee on Tourism, Arts and Culture on how to get this out. We need to be well empowered as a ministry because we cannot do it alone as a government. We need investors. Lagos State is abound with potentials. But when there's no appropriate law to support something, then investors try to drag their feet around it. So now we need to have a proper, ready law that will enable the investors to put their money into tourism, and they believe that the investment is very safe and secure. All the budget of Lagos State is not even sufficient to promote tourism. So government cannot do all that alone. And what to encourage our citizens, especially the stakeholders, to pay their dues. There's so much that the government wants to do, but when we are not getting enough revenue, everybody wants the best. We can only get the best if we ourselves give the best. So I want to encourage my stakeholders, especially in the hospitality industry. We shouldn't be running after them because it is what the law stipulated. Last year, we had a series of engagement with our stakeholders. We had a training. We call it Lagos Creative Initiative, LASI, where we partner with private sector to train 1,480 in creative setting. And this investment is huge, and I'm happy to announce that 2 of the movies shot by this participant have been given an international award for that matter. And I'm so proud of this alone, that this investment has actually been yielding the expected results. And with the partners, we tell them kudos to the two of them, Del York Academy and Mo Abudu, that they did not let us down. And not only that, during our stakeholders meeting, we promised that this year we'll be doing more training with the tourism establishment, OMA, NITO, music industry, so that they will all be empowered and be able to meet with the international standard. Last year, we had the data collection of all the tourism establishments in Lagos State. And I can say it, we have close to 6,000 tourism establishments in Lagos State as of today. And what does that tell us? People are actually putting money in tourism. But with this 6,000, and we still need much more with the population of the city. But we just want to implore the stakeholder to continue their partnership with the government to ensure that the standard of all these places that we're talking about is not washed down. Because tourists go to where they get the value for their money. And that is why we are proposing to do the classification of all tourism establishments in the city. And we'll be doing that at the course of the year.
Honorable Commissioner, let's be specific on arts and culture. Last year, you also made some significant improvement in that area. Share them with us, and what are the greater plans?
We did farewell in the arts and culture, because when we are talking about culture, we have the owners of culture. Our own function is to continue to promote all these cultural activities in our state. And that is exactly what the ministry stands for. At Ebi Ekpe, we were there. Kayo Kayo event, we were there to support the event with the Kabiyesi Alara, the other event with the owner of the culture, because our Kabiyesis, they are the custodians of culture. But in all this, we have the calendars of the event, and we participate duly in all these activities. Agidigbo was in Badagry. We were there to support them. So we have all these activities lined up that the ministry always participates. When we are talking about the community-based tourism, that is where we need the custodians of our cultures to participate. And there are so many things that I was never exposed to until I started attending this event. And it's so amazing. We need to show the world that this is who we are. We are Africa, and we are proud to be an Africa. Last year, we had an event with one of our partners, Eco Cultural Series. We have it on monthly basis. And in one of the events, we dedicated a whole month to celebrate the artists in the city. And we have the display of all the arts and the art-like projects at that event. And we are having a bigger one this year. The first program that I will be rolling out this year is Lagos Art Expo 2022, where we'll be putting up all our artists in the state to come and exhibit their good work to the world. Not even within the state. We'll be bringing people from outside the country to come and patronize and see the beauty of our artists.
So on a final note, Madam, we are aware that the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture is an award-winning ministry. Let's know these awards as a ministry and your final word to Lagosians and stakeholders, and of course, word of assurance to the citizenry of the state.
The best of the award was the one given to Mr. Governor by the stakeholder in Abuja, being the best governor in tourism in the year 2020, and it was given to him 2021, because ₦1 billion was actually awarded for the tourism sector after the pandemic. And that earned Mr. Governor that award and so many other activities that we've been able to do as a ministry. And last year also, the Bellarica gave us awards, the best ministry of tourism in Nigeria. Then the Travel and Tour too awarded the ministry. So last year, we're giving like 4 awards, and under watch, I'll be the second person to be given such an award in Lagos State. So I was so elated, and I appreciate them. And this year, they rolled out the nomination for the best commissioner for the year 2021. And I was being informed just a few days ago that most of the participants actually nominate me as the best commissioner for the year 2021 in terms of tourism matter. And I'm just being grateful to everybody that have shown interest into everything the ministry has been doing. I can only promise them that they've not seen the best of our activities of service to the humanity. We still have so much to deliver on. With their support and prayer, we believe we will get to that not less than the third position in Africa. To the partners of the ministry, I just want to implore you to continue to partner with us with the belief that you can only give us nothing but the best. To our stakeholders, we are nothing without you. We are only to regulate. It is your duty to ensure tourism thrive in Lagos State. So we need you now than ever before, because with tourism, we can eradicate poverty, create so much job, and we know we can do it together. That is what we are challenged to do, and I promise myself that before the end of this administration, we'll talk about tourism, we'll talk about Lagos, because we are ready to give you nothing but the best of Lagos tourism.
We want to thank you, Honorable Commissioner, Tourism, Arts and Culture, for coming on the City of Lagos TV show. Thank you very much, madam. The City of Lagos TV show will be right back after this time out. Stay tuned.